Hello and welcome to All Your Country Needs from Entertainment Focus. You can find us at entertainment-focus.com, and from there you can find the link to EF Country. We are trying to bring you the best and the highest quality interviews and reviews around, and we love a little bit of news and controversy and some opinions too. And this morning I have an interesting opinion for you. The news broke this week that Dylan Scott has got his sixth number one. Six number ones for Dylan Scott this week. This town's been good to us, has hit the top spot. And bizarrely, Dylan is the fourth most played artist on country radio, behind Wallen, Post Malone and Jelly Roll. And yet who's talking about him? Is he one of the most criminally underrated artists coming out of Nashville right now? Six number ones. But do you hear about Dylan Scott? I heard him tell Bobby Bones last week on the Bobby Bones show that he's only ever been on one huge headline, tour from a bigger artist. So he's only ever been out with a bigger artist in that support slot, just once. And yet this is a guy with six number ones. Then I was reviewing the Parmalee album. Parmalee have a new album called Fell in Love with a Cowgirl that's coming out on Friday. And I was reviewing that yesterday and realised they had 5 number ones. So between Dylan Scott and Parmalee, they've got 11 number ones at country radio. And yet they are criminally underrated, ignored artists. You don't hear, the media and the critics and that sort of thing talking about Dylan Scott and Parmalee a great deal. Parmalee have got 2 ACM awards. In 2023, Parmalee were the most streamed group in country music. But you don't hear about them either. So how come Dylan Scott and Parmalee are being so ignored by the industry? And then it got me thinking, I think there are some similarities between the two of them. They are both, by and large, sort of upbeat, slick, hook-filled artists. They don't really sing about angst or struggles. Both Parmalee and Dylan Scott might just be too nice for their own good, maybe. They smile, they look happy, their imaging and their branding is sort of upbeat, family orientated, particularly for Dylan Scott. They've stayed on the pop side of country as the fiddles and the Western influences have come into fashion and jewellery and things like that. There's no salacious stories about them out there doing drugs or throwing chairs off bar roofs. Are they too wholesome? Is it because Dylan Scott and Parmalee are too wholesome that they are ignored by the industry? Or is it because they're just too nice? It's very critically easy to pull down or to take pot shots at artists whose songs are just relentlessly upbeat, relentlessly slick, relentlessly commercial. And I wonder if Dylan Scott and Parmalee suffer from that. Anyway, I've got an article on entertainment-focus.com about Dylan Scott today and his 6th number one. And then check out the website on Friday when my review of Parmalee's Fell in Love with a Cowgirl album comes out. It's slick, it's commercial, it's relentlessly upbeat. What's not to like about it?